I think he's taking Rangers back a bit. This is a very bang average, poor Rangers team, and I'll predict it the 1-0 this year. Struggling to beat St Johnstone at home. The fans aren't buying into this. His signings have been questionable. Every single one of them has been questionable. Maybe Barron. And I think this month they could be under severe pressure if you look at the fixtures.
Barry, what would you say to Derek?
In terms of last night, I was at the game, and I'm sure if you listened to Philip Clement after it wasn't a brilliant performance. I think with the amount of signings that he's made, we're just we're in the first week of October. I think you need to give it another, I'd probably say to Christmas time. You do need to allow players settling. I totally get that you don't get time settling in the west of Scotland, but yep, could they be better? 100%. The manager's admitted that. So we just need to wait and see what the coming months bring. The positive that I look at it for last night was it's another clean sheet domestically. That's the positive that I kind of took out last night. It could have been a lot better. Good to see Hadji come on as well, but obviously get sent off, which is no ideal. But overall, I'm not going to sit here and say everything's rosy in the garden, but Rangers could be a lot better. They could be.
And that'd be a worry if Rangers didn't win anything, clearly.
They have to win, Paul.
Sure.
They have to. I know Derek said that he doesn't fancy them to win anything, and I totally get that. That's Derek's opinion, but Rangers have to win trophies this season, Paul.
Mark? Well, the holders of the League Cup, the semi-finals coming up soon, so of course that's the first trophy up for grabs. They'll be looking to retain that. Motherwell in the semi-final, Celtic Aberdeen in the other semi. Has the squad gone back the way? I think there's an argument for saying that it has, but then the counter argument and nothing like that's factual, Paul, it's all about opinion. But the counter argument that is he's had to really trim back the wage bill. The chairman, the former chairman, John Bennett's on record about the cull and the spending, and rightly so. It had to be done. And Philippe Clement's bought into it. Now Philippe Clement could have had the option of saying, actually, you know what, that's not for me, that leaves me with an impossible task, that leaves me facing the sack 6 months from now, like Michael Beale, like Giovanni Van Bronckhorst. I'm not going to put myself through that. It's been a pleasure, but on you go without somebody else. But no, he's chosen to buy into it. And what Rangers need to do, they're winning. And like I said about Celtic at the top of the programme, when you're coming on the back of a midweek European game, particularly one against Lyon, it was a test in 90 minutes, just win. Just win the game. So they've done that, they've ticked that box and they've won. But I think what Rangers fans are wanting to see, going by the calls that we get in this show, Paul, and even watching Rangers, a wee bit more entertainment. It's just not pleasing on the eye. They're winning, beat Hibs the week before, but it needs to be more pleasing on the eye.
It makes a good. I've got two examples. If you look at Connor Golston and John Lundstrom, two of the highest paid players, I think you brought in Proper and Barron and a third of their wages.
Wow. So
that they have to cut. The chairman, before he took his illness, was open and honest about £10 million a season is getting wasted. So they need to obviously trim that and try and claw that back in other ways. And one of the ways is, unfortunately, it's hurting the manager in terms of the budget that he has to go and work with.